So, morning everybody. I did say I would start today's video with looking at yesterday's work, making sure that it's correct. So if you want to, get your phonics book out, have a look at the sheet from yesterday, and you can tick the ones that are correct. So we've got old becomes older and oldest, bright becomes brighter, brightest, hard becomes harder, hardest, colder was coldest, and cold was the root word, calmest, calmer, and then just calm by itself. Youngest, younger, young. Faster, the root word is fast and fastest. Clear becomes clearer, clearest. Shorter, short, shortest. And then loud, louder, loudest. Okay, and hopefully you picked one of those words to use in a sentence. Right then, our tricky words. What we're going to do, and this is a bit of this is going to be hard, I think. So it might take a little bit of time to have a go at this. I want you to create a mnemonic. So a mnemonic is something we can use to help us spell the words. Okay, so for example, I've created one for wild, and it's almost like doing an acrostic poem with one word for each of the letters in the word. So here I've got the word wild, going down my page, and I've got wet ink loves drawing. That's a way I've used to remember how to spell wild. Wet ink loves drawing. I would like you to try with just two of the words. So you might pick climb, you might pick most, you might pick only, you might pick both. Okay, but I want you to have a go. It can be as crazy as you like. Okay, wonky igloos, leave droppings. I have no idea. Okay. Oh yeah, wonky iguanas leave droppings. Anything at all. It could be as crazy as you like. I just want you to have some fun with some words. Okay, so pause the video now and do two of those words for me. Go. Superb. What I might do is to get you to get your phonics book on Friday for our Chesil meetup and see who's created some really funny ones. Okay, so on to today's learning. Well, first of all, we're going to recap yesterday's learning. And I've got 5 adjectives. And I want you to tell me whether or not they are comparative or superlative. So what I would do is copy these 5 words into your book. And if it's a comparative adjective, put a C next to it. If it's a superlative adjective, put an S next to it. So remember, comparative is where you're comparing one thing to another. Superlative is where you're comparing one thing to a whole group of things. Okay, so pause the video now and have a go at that. Okay, right, now you've had a go. So the comparative ones all end in the superlative ones all end in est. Okay, so easiest, superlative, happier, comparative. Fastest, grandest, cleverer. Simple as that. Comparative, superlative, est. Right then. Today we're going to focus on words we're adding and s to with a short vowel and a consonant. So if you remember back to the beginning of yesterday's lesson, that means we're going to be doubling the consonant. We're going to be doubling the consonant. Speak properly, Mr. Copping, please, otherwise people won't understand you. So here I have the word big. It has a short vowel in the I sound, we don't say big, and it's got a consonant at the end, which means we're going to be doubling it. Okay, so this is what happens. Big, we double the G before adding the Big becomes bigger for the and here's a sentence with it in. I want the bigger donut, please. So I'm comparing the donut to the other donut. I want the bigger one. Always go for the bigger one. And then for it to be biggest, we're doing exactly the same thing. We double the G before adding the EST. And here's my sentence. Rex was the biggest lion in the zoo. So we're saying he's the biggest out of all the lions. So we're comparing Rex to all of them. We're not just comparing 2 donuts. We're comparing all the lions. Okay? Right, now it's your turn. So here we have mad, wet, thin, and red. In your book, I'd like you to write those 4 words. And then next to it, I would like you to write madder, maddest, wetter, wettest, thinner, thinnest, and redder, reddest. Now remember, you've got to double the consonant. Okay? So off you go. Pause the video now. Okay, good. Right, so I'm going to do some of these. So mad becomes madder. So we mad, double the consonant, then add a. Nice. It's really simple, really, because we've done this so many times now with all the other. There we go, with doubling the consonant. We've done it with all the other suffixes. It should be starting to get really easy. Maddest. I'm not going to do them all. I will do thin and thinner though. So if I'm joining it, TH is joined. Double the N and then thinnest. So there's thin, double the consonant, add est. As our suffix. Okay, and it will be the same for wetter and the same for redder as well. So, here, I've cut off the words at the bottom. That doesn't help. Okay, so, I want you to get your phonics sheet out. It should look like this. You should have 4 pictures. And what I want you to do, there should be 4 words at the bottom of your sheet. I want you to add or est to those words and then use them in a sentence. Okay? I want you to use them in a sentence here. So a sentence about Spider-Man, a sentence about this grandma, a sentence about the lights here in London and the elephant. 1 sentence for each. So all you're writing is 4 sentences, but the words at the bottom need to have the to make it a comparative or an s to make it a superlative adjective added to it, and you use that in the sentence. Okay? I really should have the words in front of me and then I would be able to help you, but they seem to have disappeared, so I do apologise for that. But have a go at writing sentences. I look forward to reading them when I get your books back. Off you go. Good luck.